Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. Whatever it is that you're celebrating, I hope that you are with your loved ones, that you all find yourselves healthy and happy and together. So, I'm here today just to share a quick story, something that I learned on a trip to Miami, a girls' trip that I did 2 years ago, and what I learned from it and am still doing to this day because of it. So, I'm going to be sharing some pictures to kind of be more specific and illustrate for you what happened. But I had already had a warning sign, by the way. When I was a kid, I had sun poisoning when I was on a family trip in Dominican Republic. And who would have thought, right? A Mexican girl would have problems with the sun. But as much as I love it, sometimes it doesn't love me. And we should all just be very cautious, right? So on this trip a couple years ago, it was the last day of my trip, thank goodness. And I was just, lax about it. It was a cloudy day, so I didn't think that I needed sunscreen on my face while I waited for our flight on the beach. It was cloudy, so I didn't really think that it was going to be as strong. And so laid out there for a couple hours. And then this is what happened. So I'm going to screen share so that you guys can see. And if you're sensitive to images, maybe don't watch this part. But this is the best way to show you just how bad it really was. So this is a day that I got back. This was that night. And as you can see, there's a lot of redness. There were actually little blisters that were forming right above my eyebrows. I'm not wearing makeup, by the way, for this video so that you guys can see how my skin is now and what I do to take care of it. But the other stuff that you see, more of like that jelly, like red stuff, that is something that I put on that is also from this company, the page that I dedicate to the product line. You guys can ask me in private. I'll share exactly what I put on it. But I made like a plasma. I wanted to help heal the process. The skin is the largest organ of the body, so I wanted to help the recovery process, right? So this is the first day. It's March 22nd. It's at night. My face is full of regret and fear because I didn't know what was going to happen, if I was going to have wrinkles and all of these, things that come with that type of burn. So the next day in the morning, this is what it looked like. So this was, that gel stuff that I put on it, antioxidants and a molecule that you guys have read a lot about on this page. So that's the next day. And this process that I'm going to show you went over the course of just 4 days. So as you can see, the new skin started to show and there was a lot of recovery going on there. I want to confirm that we're live because my page says that we're having trouble playing this video. Looks like we are. It's just Facebook tweaking. Anyhow, this is on day 2 or 3 of that process. And then I did repeat, the whole plasma. So I kept doing that at night. And then this is what it looked like, right? It was starting, you can see the new skin. And this is March 26th because it's my sister's birthday, which is why we're dressed up. And I had makeup from eyebrows down, so I didn't touch the delicate skin area that was damaged. And you can still see the outline, some of that dry skin near the top, but everything else was pretty much healed and new. That's 4 days, March 22nd to March 26th. So despite not having, any obvious signs of the trauma from that burn, I still knew that there were potential consequences and I was concerned. So luckily, the company came out with an amazing collagen, which I've dedicated videos to before. And this is actually a 5-in-1 collagen. It's hydrolyzed. It helps with a lot of areas because there's 5 types of collagen in here. And one of those areas is the skin with elasticity. It helps your own body actually produce collagen. So one of the reasons that we are damaged by the sun is because the rays inhibit our body's ability to make collagen. So this is something that I started to take 2 a day of. Just personally, that's what I have been taking since it came out last September. And like I said, this incident was 2 years ago in March. So definitely noticed that it helped me. I initially had a lot of, when I would be talking, a lot of expression lines, and I noticed that my skin was a lot weaker, but I noticed that it started to gain strength and a lot of improvement in different areas. And so what did I learn from that? Well, number one, to take care of your skin and, start before something happens, do something to keep that from happening, which in this case is SPF, right? So the reason I wasn't wearing SPF, even though I know that it prevents wrinkles, it prevents sunspots, it helps us prevent skin cancer. The reason I wasn't doing it on my face is because I hadn't found a sunscreen or sunblock that I really liked. I felt like all of them left my skin feeling suffocated. I actually felt like my face looked greasy, and then I couldn't put makeup on top of it. So unless it was a sporty day, we're going to go and we're going to do kayaking, whatever it is, then cool, I'll use it. But besides that, I wasn't doing it on a daily basis, even though I know it should be part of the skincare routine, but I haven't found one that I liked. And so there's a lot. And also, I guess because I'm in Chicago and we have cloudy days, I didn't think that it was super essential. But in my research lately, I found out why we actually need to be wearing a lot of sunscreen when we are um, in areas that get a lot of snow, because the UV rays are reflected with that snow, and so they're actually intensified, so you're getting more damage. Also, the dryness and all of the wind, that's going to expose your skin to those UV rays, and there's going to be more damage. In the winter, we're actually closer to the sun because of where we are in the rotation, and so we're going to be more exposed to those UV rays. So there's a lot of reasons why we should be wearing sunscreen, right? And like I said, I hadn't found one, but the line that produces this amazing collagen that this whole page is dedicated to, the skincare line was launched at the same time as this collagen last September, and I started using it every single day since then. They had told us that they were in the lab working on an SPF, and it finally got released in October of this year, birthday month, surprise. And I started wearing it because I knew I had to. I trust the brand, right? And so that's why I knew that I was going to love it. But I did not expect to be able to wear it every day, because in my past experience, it was hard because of all the reasons that I outlined. Wearing makeup, I feel like it would slide off. So that's why I didn't wear any makeup on this video, because I want to show you. And this is just so you guys can see nada, so that you guys can see how it glides on. I did this video in Spanish just before, so I already have a little layer of the sunscreen, but the more the merrier, right? And so this is how you can see it's really thin and it's lightweight. It lets my skin breathe, which I love. It actually feels like more of a primer. It's moisturizing. It's reef friendly. So for my environmental lovers, which we should all be, this helps with that. It helps brighten your skin as well. It helps protect against urban stressors. So all of that pollution, that nasty stuff in the environment from all the exhaust and everything that we're exposed to, it helps protect us against that. And so I started using this every day, as much as I didn't think that I was going to be able to incorporate it. And guess what? In my research, I also found that indoor lights also take a toll on our skin. So if we think, well, we're not going outside, we're not exposing ourselves, it's fine. We are still constantly in front of our computers, our cell phones, in front of all of these lights that are still going to take a toll on our skin. So we should be using an SPF. And what better than one that has all of those benefits that I listed to you. I'm going to share my screen one more time so you guys can see the image of, well, that's part of my recovery. If you're just joining this live, I'm sorry if you're confused, but you can watch from the beginning and see the whole process and my experience and what I learned in Miami. So here is just a quick summary of this sunblock that I just showed you that I personally love for all of those reasons. But some things that you can see there is that it's pH neutral, it's paraben free, it's sulfate free, it's free of animal cruelty, phthalates, and it's kind to your skin and the environment. Like I mentioned, the reefs, it's gluten free and vegan as well. So it's amazing. It's dermatologist tested. And I just feel like it is very hydrating. And sometimes I feel like I don't really need to use a moisturizer besides that. But because it's winter, so I still used a little bit. So those are all of the main bullet points. You can find these. I'm going to share these with you just so you can see. This is from the Korean inspired line that we have within the company, the immune system company. And I'm going to share this PDF with you, but I wanted to share mainly my experience with you so that you learn, so that you don't, just think that it's no big deal to go out and not use your sunscreen, whether it's that you're on a beach or if you are in the type of climate that we have in the Midwest. So I hope that it's of service to you guys, that you can learn from it. You can see that if you have had any type of damage, that there's still a way for your skin to become stronger and to recover from everything. So I hope that besides all of this, that you guys are enjoying your holidays, that you're together as a family, like I said, and you find yourselves healthy. And any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to leave the link as well to where you can buy this at the same wholesale price that I buy it at, so that you can use it for yourself and you can get started with your new all of your resolutions that you have for this year, which hopefully include taking care of yourself and your loved ones. And this is one easy way that you could incorporate it. Keep enjoying your holiday, guys. Take care.